All right, welcome to Align Trading. Going over today's SPY recap and live analysis before taking a look at what to be watching into tomorrow. So first thing that I explained in the pre-market brief for Discord members today was to be watching with the gap up in the morning if we were breaking out of this blue and yellow controlled selling that you can see here from Friday, right? The continuation in the pre-market. We opened up here and I explained that if we were going to continue, we would want to see us remain holding above 600, right? And being able to either see this dip and form this inverse head and shoulder once again with that blue and yellow. Otherwise, we would be able to look for the double top right here that I explained as 600 as well. And this head and shoulder that you could see starting to form if we want to break out of this green. And we have this tapering starting right there. And there is that downside move. Form this inverse cup right at this level, right? Grab this liquidity right here before possibly trying to head back up. And we will talk about this with the blue and yellow controlled selling once again. And if we are going to make a push for 600 and above. Now, what you will also have to pay attention to is with this inverse cup right here. Pay attention if this is a handle and we do start heading down, we can right there breaking out of this green, but must see this orange selling continuation as we did before to give us that further downside and possibly a larger one right here. Now here on the 1 minute chart, going over the microstructure and algorithms, we can see here in the morning at that 600 level, right, that we have right here, we have this white tapering algorithm. You can see, right, we're trying to see this buying continuation with the green, cannot head higher, and we start to form this head and shoulder right there to the downside. Nice move right here before reaching this first level. And then once again, right, head and shoulder and inverse cup within that white right there. Now, as I explained right here, if we are just building this liquidity on the 30-minute chart, and this is just a dip back to this high, pay attention to this, and you see how we get this move right here, trying to form that cup back to 600. Now, you will see with the tapering, right, how we're within this yellow, and there's that blue tapering, more specifically here at the bottom, and we form that inverse head and shoulder, head back up to close this cup right here. Now, like I explained here, if we are going to continue, need to be seeing this handle. Even if this was the handle right here, we dig a little bit deeper with this yellow, we are unable to form that head and shoulder right here. Once again, right, close the cup, and we are looking for that handle, which we cannot get above. So at this point right here, where we are unable to head above this 600 level, right, you can see how we rejected this 3 times now, and we are also still within this white algorithm, right? We're looking for that green continuation like we did before, and we cannot anymore, and start to form this head and shoulder right here, right? You can see that head and shoulder rejection right there. From here, once again, right, you see that inverse cup and that handle to the downside. We form this larger one right here. Same thing within this white, and you see how this head and shoulder starts to form once again. Inverse cup and handle, close it at this larger one, and you have another head and shoulder right there to the downside. Now with this going on right here on the 1 minute chart, as I was explaining on the 30-minute as well, pay attention, that double top was starting to form, and you're looking for this head and shoulder right there, and you see how we start to form that, and that gives you that orange selling continuation. Now if you were looking for this to head up with some sort of handle right there within the yellow, right, you can see we just never form that to move to the upside and remain within this yellow algorithm right there, and then head to the lower part of it before getting that bounce back within. So as we continue to form this inverse cup and handle right here, failing to break out of this blue algorithm to the upside right here and see that continuation above 600, you see how this white algorithm, right, continues to take us down with the head and shoulder on the way right there. Once again, same thing here to the downside, but you do have to be paying attention because we are now at the bottom of this blue algo right here, and you see that tapering once again that we did before. That gives you this inverse head and shoulder. Same thing right there with this green algo. Now, with this move to the downside as well, you should have been protecting if you were in puts on the way down at these levels, because as I explained right here, this can still just be a pullback. Like in the weekend recap, do not just be shorting the top here expecting this to head all the way down. We can still go well over 600, and if we do just want to bounce into this area right here and then head back up, we can absolutely do so. And you see how this may possibly be starting to form right here. And what you would want to see if we were to continue is that move into this area from here, right? That bounce that we got, and then see that handle for the continuation, which we ran out of time to see. Now, here at the end of the day, nothing really going on. As I explained, though, with the larger structure that is trying to form right here, pay attention if we do want to form that into tomorrow, as I'm mentioning with the yellow and blue. Otherwise, need to be seeing that handle forming right here as well. And you can see how that would form here on the 1 minute chart, right? But we just remained within this chop here at the end of the day, like I explained. Nothing really going on. And if we were to get a move, well, you would know what to look for, but nothing came out of it and just chop till the close. Now going over what to be watching into tomorrow. So again, same thing with the blue and yellow controlled selling right here. If we do want to head up, be paying attention to this, as we can be building this inverse head and shoulder, maybe even a cup back to 600 right here. And then with that blue and yellow, you see this breakout. Otherwise, as I've been saying as well with the inverse cup here, pay attention to this. Want to see that orange selling continuation to the downside, and possibly grab this liquidity right here as we close this larger inverse cup. And then in the case we do make it down here, same thing, we want to be seeing this handle. Now this brings me to the daily chart, where we are at this upper Bollinger like we've been talking about for a few days, and as long as it trends up with the 5-day, continue to be watching for upside. But as this 5-day does catch up, we may want to head back down to it, so pay attention if tomorrow or into the later part of the week there is some sort of pullback and we do retest the 5-day before continuing, or maybe even a deeper pullback below the 5-day as resistance, and we do try to head back down and retest this range. That is worst case. Now, if I zoom out here on the 30-minute chart as well, if we do take more time to form this right here, maybe we head a bit higher and then form something like that with another sort of double top right here before heading down. Pay attention to that, as this could take some more time, or even continuing more within this yellow and blue right here, building more liquidity before we start to head up. Just pay attention, as these can start to form right here. That is all that I have for the video, so thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.